Anneliese Marie Frank, commonly known as Anne Frank, is a renowned Jewish Holocaust victim and a diarist. Born on the 12th of June 1929 in Frankfurt, Prussia under the Jewish heritage, she and her family moved to Amsterdam when she was young to abscond from Nazi persecutions. She started to write her diary in 1942 at the age of 13 while she and her family hid from the Nazis in a secret annex of an old warehouse for the next 2 years. Sadly, she couldn't continue her diary and her life as her family's hideout was unveiled, and she and her family were found by the Nazis, were taken to Auschwitz concentration camp, and soon after the movement, and died in 1944. Her father, Otto Frank, was the only survivor of the Frank family, and he published his daughter's diary in 1947 with the title Diary of a Young Girl. Her life story received posthumous fame after getting published. Today, to give you a little impression of the Diary of a Young Girl, we have listed some of the quotes by the young girl that was penned down in her diary. This list of provoking Anne Frank quotes about love, life, and humanity will motivate and inspire you. No one has ever become poor by giving. This quote by Anne Frank is self-descriptive. When you give love and kindness, it only escalates within you and also within the receiver. Think of all the beauty still left around you and be happy. Life is constant with perturbing moments that might break you. But looking past them and hoping for better days is all that matters. Embrace the beauties of life, have hope, and try to repudiate the negative feelings by engrossing yourself in the beauties around you. What is done cannot be undone, but one can prevent it from happening again. Don't stop by pondering and ruing about all the mistakes of the past, but make sure you don't repeat it in the future again. Anne Frank's quotes are highly inspirational. We can't control our destiny, but we can control who we become. Destiny is present. We will reach the point where we are meant to, and we cannot change it. But what we can change and ameliorate is our personality, behavior, and character. We can control who we become on the way and can direct ourselves to be better human beings and the best version of ourselves. Human greatness does not lie in wealth or power, but in character and goodness. No one has ever become rich with money or gold. They are just mere objects, and we won't be taking them with us to our deathbed. What we will take with us are the admiration and good wishes of people which come if we become good human beings. I believe in the sun, even when it rains. There might be woeful times, but that doesn't mean good times won't come knocking at your door. Have faith in time as it flows. Be optimistic and keep moving forward. Look at how a single candle can both defy and define the darkness. Everyone has two sides. It depends on the individual which side he or she would like to unveil to the world and thrive. You either unleash the devil or the angel. Anne Frank's quotes are quite eloquent. We're all alive, but we don't know why or what for. Almost all of us live a life without knowing our purpose. We just wake up, eat, go to work, come back home, and live a life that we don't want to. Hardly people can find the true purpose of their life and keep thriving. In the long run, the sharpest weapon of all is a kind and gentle spirit. Rancorous behavior has never led anyone anywhere. Be kind and gentle and everything will be the way you want. Anne Frank's quotes teach us to love and show kindness from time to time. Parents can only give good advice or put them on the right path, but the final form of a person's character lies in their own hands. These words by Anne Frank are very true. People can't make you do the right things, but only can advise you to do so. It all depends on you to know the rights and walk on the right path only for your betterment. A quiet conscience makes one strong. This quote from our list of Anne Frank quotes is agreeable. When you know you are taking the right path and doing the right thing, you will always have belief in your steps and will have the courage to keep going. Laziness may appear attractive, but work gives satisfaction. Our body and mind need rest for sure, and sometimes it's okay to feel lazy when you have gone through an exhausting day or two. But when you complete your chores, then only you experience the ultimate relaxation and peace, as you don't have any burden on your shoulders, and also you have achieved something. Sympathy, love, fortune. We all have these qualities but still tend to not use them. Once we start using these qualities, there will be betterment in ourselves and also in the world. Several quotes from our list of Anne Frank quotes give us a better insight into a world full of love and kindness. I know what I want, I have a goal, an opinion, I have a religion and love. Let me be myself and then I am satisfied. I know that I'm a woman with inward strength and plenty of courage. Knowing what you want from life, where is your goal, and how to reach it is imperative. And so is having faith in love and religion, as these are some of the key elements of life. The best remedy for those who are afraid, lonely, or unhappy is to go outside, somewhere where they can be quiet, alone with the heavens, nature, and God, because only then does one feel that all is as it should be. Nature can be a good healer of something that has been ruined. Embrace the things that nature has to give to you, and you shall find peace. Despite everything, I still believe that people are good at heart. Anne Frank's quotes teach us to have belief in the benevolence of people, because paper has more patience than people. Those who maintain diaries like Anne Frank will understand the depth of the quote. A paper, being non-living, can be more lively and understanding than a living person. I can shake off everything as I write. My sorrows disappear. My courage is reborn. After penning down your sorrowful thoughts, you learn and realize how much you have been through, and then you will be able to be compassionate to yourself. When you follow self-compassion, everything heals inside you. You forget your sorrows and learn to stand back. Whoever is happy will make others happy too. This quote from our list of Anne Frank quotes is not perplexing. Unless happiness is radiating from within you, you can't make others happy. It's difficult in times like these. Ideals, dreams, and cherished hopes rise within us, only to be crushed by grim reality. It's a wonder I haven't abandoned all my ideals. They seem so absurd and impractical. Just like Anne Frank never abandoned her ideals, you should also never abandon yours. In life, ideals are important. I think it's odd that grown-ups quarrel so easily and so often about such petty matters. Up to now, I always thought bickering was just something children did and that they outgrew it. This quote from our list of Anne Frank quotes is veracious. An empty day, though clear and bright, is just as dark as any night. A day burned out without any productiveness or progress is ineffectual. Try to progress each day, even if it's a little bit, by working toward your goals. Only then you will find satisfaction. I've learned one thing: you only really get to know a person after a fight. Only then can you judge their true character. It is a fact that when somebody is angry, only the true thoughts come out of their mouth. When you get to know a person's true thoughts, then only you can understand and judge them completely. Anne Frank's quotes speak the truths of life. I don't want to live in vain like most people. I want to be useful or bring enjoyment to all people, even those I've never met. I want to go on living even after my death. Anne Frank is between us even after her death, just like she wanted to be. And we should take inspiration from her and have the same mentality. Dead people receive more flowers than the living ones because regret is stronger than gratitude. This quote from our list of Anne Frank quotes speaks the ultimate truth. We don't know how to appreciate things unless they are taken away from us. Those who have courage and faith shall never perish in misery. Having courage and faith is necessary. Without these key elements, one cannot endure soulfully. The young are not afraid of telling the truth. When we are young, we don't think what others will think when we will speak our thoughts or how they will be taken. We just let the words come out, and only the truth comes out of the mouth of a child. This quote from Anne Frank quotes is unerring. You can be lonely even when you are loved by many people, since you are still not anybody's one and only. The love and care of thousands do not matter if you don't get the love and care of the one, because that particular person's love is superior and stronger than anyone else's. As long as this exists, this sunshine and this cloudless sky, and as long as I can enjoy it, How can I be sad? Nature is the proof that a beautiful and jovial day always awaits you after a despairing and distressing day. I simply can't build up my hopes on a foundation consisting of confusion, misery, and death. These quotes from Anne Frank quotes are not hard to understand. I can't imagine how anyone can say, "I'm weak," and then remain so. After all, if you know it, why not fight against it? Why not try to train your character? Anne Frank's quotes are inspirational and motivational, and we should learn from them how to upgrade and flourish in our life. But feelings can't be ignored, no matter how unjust or ungrateful they seem. No matter how much you try, you need to confront and conceal your feelings. They'll always surface at the right moments, even if you'll want to bury them deep down. The most sensible thing to do is to embrace them. Memories mean more to me than dresses. It's necessary to create as many memories as you can with your family, friends, and close ones who matter to you the most. People leave, but memories don't. At the end of the day, you will still have those precious memories, at least to hold on to. There's only one rule you need to remember: laugh at everything and forget everybody else. It sounds egotistical, but it's the only cure for those suffering from self-pity. Laughing is a cure of lots of things, and this quote from our list of Anne Frank quotes addressed one of those things. I must uphold my ideals, for perhaps the time will come when I shall be able to carry them out. Anne Frank's quotes are quite motivational and give the inspiration to listen to our hearts and get going. People are just people, and all people have faults and shortcomings, but all of us are born with a basic goodness. This quote from Anne Frank quotes teaches us to see through an individual and embrace their best despite their faults. The weak die out and the strong will survive and will live on forever. Surviving in the world is a game, and only the strongest and fittest gets to thrive and live. The rest are left behind. People who have a religion should be glad, for not everyone has the gift of believing in heavenly things. This quote from our list of Anne Frank quotes is quite straightforward. In the future, I'm going to devote less time to sentimentality and more time to reality. Keep your eyes open and live in the reality, in the present. Regretting too much about the past or thinking too much about the future won't do any help. Try to make the present better, and eventually the future will be preferable, and the laments of the past will be gone. Where there's hope, there's life. It fills us with fresh courage and makes us strong again. One should never stop keeping hopes. Without hope, life cannot proceed. Just like oxygen, hope is one of the essentials to be alive. Anne Frank's quotes keep reminding us to have constant hope and courage. Everyone has inside of him a piece of good news. The good news is that you don't know how great you can be, how much you can love, what you can accomplish, and what your potential is. When an individual knows how to exploit their potential, nothing can stop them to have the highest position in their life. We aren't allowed to have any opinions. People can tell you to keep your mouth shut, but it doesn't stop you from having your own opinion. Even if people are still very young, they shouldn't be prevented from saying what they think. Everyone's opinions matter. Different opinions can unlock different perspectives, which can help in making the right decisions and future steps. Small or big, mature or immature, every opinion must be heard at least. You can always give something, even if it's a simple act of kindness. If everyone were to give in this way and didn't scrimp on kind words, there would be much more love and justice in the world. Good words and a small act of kindness can make someone's day. One should learn to treat people with kindness, as it can bring momentous changes in the world. How wonderful it is that no one has to wait, but can start right now to gradually change the world. This quote from our list of Anne Frank quotes is an eye-opener. There's nothing like arriving at a right or a perfect moment. A moment becomes perfect when you start taking action. Women should be respected as well. Generally speaking, men are held in great esteem in all parts of the world. So why shouldn't women have their share? Soldiers and war heroes are honored and commemorated. Explorers are granted immortal fame. Martyrs are revered. But how many people look upon women too as soldiers? Women have been looked at like the inferior human species, weak and not having the ability to do anything. But if given a chance, women can prove themselves to be much more capable than men. Women should be honored just like men. Equality matters. This is the end of our list of Anne Frank quotes. Despite her early death at such a young age, Anne Frank is an inspiration to many. Her diary, turned to a book, has been read by millions, is still being read, and her words stand as a testament to the power of expression. The book has also inspired several films and plays. Her work, The Diary of a Young Girl, must be here by you at least once in your lifetime, and we hope we have kindled the urge in you to hear it with our list of Anne Frank quotes. Which Anne Frank quotes are your favorite? Let us know, and don't forget to share this list of Anne Frank quotes with your friends and family, and keep spreading the thought-provoking words of the young girl.